What's up, Shuffle Babies? It's Kento Baby. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to day 1 of the 10-day Shuffle Starter Beginner Shuffle course, right? This is going to be where we're going to be learning all of the foundational, basic, cool moves of shuffling that you can take to your next social gathering like festivals or the next party or wedding and just kind of like showcase it on a dance floor and just see how people react, right? And I know a lot of you here probably love electronic dance music, or maybe you just love other styles of music, other genres of music, but you want to start doing shuffling to it as well, right? You want to start adding shuffling to your tool set. So I'm going to be teaching you guys some of the basic moves. We're going to start with part 1 of day 1, which is going to be just the thorough breakdown of the running man. And in part 2, we're going to be taking some variations. And then in part 3, we're going to be trying to practice with some music, all right? So part 1, here we go. The first thing we're going to do with the running man, right, is understanding what is it made of, okay? What is it mechanically made of? And the running man looks like this. You've probably seen it before in all sorts of different shapes and sizes. You might have seen it look like this, or maybe just really chill, really small like this. These are all running mans, okay? Whether you're traveling or you're doing it across your body or you're spinning while you're doing it, these are all running mans, okay? So let's break it down for you. Right here, in step 1, let's call this position A, okay? In position A, we have both of our feet kind of away from underneath our body, right? One in front of us and one behind us, kind of like we're doing a lunge. We're not gonna be doing anything crazy like this. We're just gonna keep it kind of shoulder width apart. Right here, and we turn. Boom. Very nice. Position A, I want us to feel the floor, okay? Keep the weight on the balls of your feet right here, okay? Right here. But I want you to put all of the bottom surface of your foot onto the floor and really feel the floor for a second here, right? Right here, we want to think about bending our knees. We're going to work our way up our body. Bending our knees, right? Not keeping it perfectly straight. A nice bend to it so we can hold our weight and balance. Then with our hips, we don't want to be too far forward. We don't want to be too far back either. Just nice and centered, right? So we can really sit into our hips. Then up here, working on our torso, we want to think about having a nice posture, okay? With dance and just generally with shuffling, right? Having a nice posture, like as if you were just trying to stand up, having a nice posture would be ideal. Nothing like a hunch or just leaning too far back, right? We want to be as healthy as possible for our back as well. So we want to be having a nice posture, all right? So we're here. It can be left leg in front of you, right leg in front of you, either or. I have my left leg in front of me, okay? And right here, I'm also going to be looking forward, okay? We don't want to be looking too far down too much. We can keep our head up, but still look down at our feet, right? To see if our footwork is correct, right? And if you have a mirror or you're filming yourself, awesome. That way you can watch yourself afterwards to see if it kind of feels and looks correct, okay? So right here, we're going to keep our weight nice and sitting into our hips, sitting into the balls of our feet, and the heel touching the floor, okay? And now from position A, we're going to go position B, which is right here, okay? One more time, position A, what happens here? We're going to bring our front leg underneath you, okay? So you're going to scoot it towards you, and simultaneously, when you scoot this foot towards you, okay, you're gonna bring this other leg behind you up, okay, up and in front of you. And what I mean by that is I want you to think about carrying this leg from your hip and in front of you, okay, from the hip and in front of you. And don't think too much about, I gotta bend my knee here, right? You wanna keep this entire leg relaxed. Shuffling is supposed to feel smooth and effortless, right? And one of the key things to achieve that is to relax our entire lower body, okay? Tight core, lower body relaxed from here, 5, 6, 7, 8, go 1, okay? And we have so many different variations of the running man. We can go and 1, and we can bring it behind here. There's nothing wrong with that. We could bring it far in front of us like this, like we're carrying it over a box. But for now, I want you to focus on just bringing your knee from the hip, just kind of in front of you. So it's kind of in this position right here, okay? Right here, we want it to be right here because we're just gonna drop it underneath us, like so, right here. And we're gonna slide that leg that was underneath us behind us. Then what you get is this look. Boom, boom, okay? Position A, B, and then position A again, but on the other leg, okay? So how do we do this? What are the different components? From here to here, we have this lifting component of this leg, right? We're lifting our entire leg in front of us. The other leg, we have a dragging component or a shuffle component. We're creating unnecessary friction on the floor. You can even hear it too, like a shh. Yeah, you feel me? I'm not jumping and creating this loud pounding noise with the floor. We're going really soft, right? There is friction, but it's not like I'm putting my weight into the floor. I'm just lifting it lightly, creating this nice sound off the floor, right? So we're here and we're just gonna go, yeah? Just practice that with me. Good. One more time. Remember to bend your knees and we go boom. This leg is also still bent. I'm not going bent and extended. I'm going bent and keeping it bent, right? And we'll talk later why that's important. We want to always keep our knees bent when we're shuffling, okay? Beautiful. So we do that. We have the sliding component and the lifting component at the same time. Now to get to the next position, we have a dropping component, or what I like to call a stomping component. We're stomping the floor with our foot, right? We have a stomping component and we have another drag to the back, okay? So the foot was in front of us, it comes underneath us, and then behind us, okay? And we don't need to be crazy for now. We don't need to be crazy and going too far back out, right? We want to keep it nice and easy, shoulder width apart. Here, here, and here, okay? So it's split into two main parts. Feet apart, one foot on the floor, feet apart again. One foot on the floor, feet apart again, okay? Or you could think about it as 1 foot, 2 feet. 1 foot, 2 feet. One leg, two legs. One legs, two legs. All right. So how do we land onto the floor, right? When we're going into this landing, stomping component, you probably have a question. Do we land like this on our heel? Do we land flat-footed? Or do we land on our toe or from the balls of our feet, right? I would say to start off, the most healthy, safest, easiest way to learn this is a nice land on the balls of your feet and then flat, right? Like this. Try this with me. Boom, boom, boom. Easy, right? You're landing with the balls of your feet, keeping your knee bent too, right? Keeping your knee bent. After you land, you have a bend in the knee, right? So you're catching your weight in a healthy, proper manner. Okay, same thing with the other side. Try practicing this with me. Practice this with me. Yeah, okay. We have our leg in the air. We drop it from the balls of our feet. Then everything else follows, okay? So we're here. Try coming into position B with me, all right? Then we're gonna go, boom. Try that with me one more time. We're here, okay? My ankle, my knee, everything is relaxed, right? Remember how I said relax your leg? We're relaxed, okay? Relaxed here, and then we're gonna go, boom. Back into position A, now with my right leg in front of me, okay? One more time, when we drop this, we're catching our weight on both of our legs, okay? It's evenly distributed. I'm not catching my weight on just my front leg or else it'll look like that, right? And this comes into the air. We want to catch evenly. So our hips are centered between our legs, not in front like this, not too far behind like this, right in the center, okay? Beautiful. Now you're probably thinking, how do I get used to this movement, right? You've probably heard people get it down in like seconds, or you've probably heard people get it down in hours, or maybe for some people it's gonna be a few days, right? So I'm gonna help you with this. I'm gonna give you some secret tips and tricks that I wish I had when I first started, and these are just hacks to really get into that feel of shuffling, right? Shuffling is generally done to music with a fast BPM, right? Like maybe like 110 to 150 BPM, right? A lot of house music, electronic music, techno, trance, all of those music, we are in that 120, 145 range. So we need to be able to feel comfortable in that speed. How do we do that? We build the muscle for that, okay? So we're gonna really get into that groove of shuffling. What is that groove? This. Try this with me. Hey, 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 hey. What am I doing? Okay. I am jump roping, as if I'm jump roping, like this. Hey, hey, hey. You don't need to use your arms, right? So we're kind of jump roping, okay? We're gonna start nice and easy. You don't have to go high or anything, right? Just keep it nice and low, okay? And you're on the balls of your feet, right? And your heel can touch the floor, okay? Your heel can touch the floor just lightly. And we wanna make sure when we're doing this, your foot doesn't need to leave the floor every time, okay? When you jump rope, the rope has to come underneath you and then clear it, right? So we jump off the floor, like we're jumping off the floor. For shuffling, we actually don't need to do that. We can keep our balls of our feet on the floor, and all we need to do is have this nice balance in our body, okay? Right here. Good. Keep your knees bent. This is important. Right here. Yeah? You feel me? Okay. So this is a very awkward drill, right? You're probably like standing there like, what is he doing to me? Why is he teaching me this? This is, trust me, this is important. Getting used to this feeling, gonna be a game changer, okay? So practice this with me. We're really working our way up, okay? How do we get to that speed? How do we get used to this feeling of the running man and all these other foundational moves? It's getting used to this groove, okay? Bending the knee, sitting into your hips, like so, okay? Once you get used to this, go faster, right? Go faster. Can you go faster, right? How fast you can do this is actually gonna determine how fast you're gonna be able to shuffle, okay? So if you're only used to going this fast, that's fine. If this is your speed, this becomes your speed for the running man, okay? If you're used to going this fast, now you're gonna be able to shuffle at that speed, okay? So this is gonna determine how fast you can go. Beautiful. So, taking it to the next layer, to the next level. We're here with this groove. Now, I want you to practice that with a balance, the lifting and stomping component we had of the running man, okay? Practice this with me. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, it's a bit of a workout. Switch. Hey, 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 hey. Let's do it with counts. 6, 7, 8. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch. Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Switch. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Switch. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. And when you're doing this, kind of get groovy and comfortable with it, right? You don't want to be a robot here and get all stiff up here. Relax. Relax and feel this groove. You might have a little head notion going into this, right? That's good. You're feeling the groove. You're feeling the beat of this movement. This is exactly what you want, and this is what's going to translate into your running man and your shuffling, okay? Now that we've practiced this lifting and stomping, right? If you can do this slow, great. And your next goal is to do it even faster, okay? And faster. That's your goal, okay? Now, we got used to that. We're going to be doing that sliding, dragging, shuffling component. Remember in the running man we had this movement where it slides back, that motion. We're going to be dragging our leg across the floor, okay? So we're going to be practicing this. All right, so you're like, how are you doing that? How do we do this? Stand on one leg, okay? Let's start with 2, okay? We're gonna take it easy. We're gonna start with 2 and just practice this with me. Yep. We are penguins today. Oh yeah. Okay. Very nice. How are we feeling? You can go in circles. You can go over your left shoulder. You can go over your right shoulder. Doesn't matter. Either or is fine. Good. Okay. So same thing. Keeping our knees bent, keeping your weight on the balls of your feet, and moving. Don't keep your posture here or here. Nice posture, tight core, relax your shoulders, relax your legs, and we're here. Okay? Good. And if you can go faster, go faster. Right? This is gonna help you get used to the feeling of shuffling. Knees bent, right? Knees bent. Relax your upper body. Feel the groove of this. Feel it out. Hey, 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 hey. Good. Now, with one leg, all right? With one leg. Same thing. Switch. Come around. 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 Good. All right. So maybe you're going this slow right now. That's okay too, right? Whatever your speed is right now, great. I will say the slower you go, the more you're gonna have to hold your weight. Okay, it's kind of like riding a bicycle. If you were riding a bicycle, right, and you're going really, really slow, you feel more of your weight, right? And the faster you pedal, you're gonna be able to go faster and feel lighter and just fly through the air, right? So that's the same feeling. If you go slow, you actually feel more of your weight in your knees, in your legs. And when you get into this groove here, you get less and less of that heavy feeling, all right? You get less and less of that heavy feeling, okay? Good, so keep practicing that. Left, right. Get used to this dragging sensation. Beautiful. And now that we have this muscle built underneath ourselves, right? Maybe you need to practice this for 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes, 15 more minutes, maybe another day, right? But here, now that we're comfortable doing that, now we're gonna come back to that running man, okay? Start up here, okay? And we're gonna drop this foot down and we're gonna go and 1. Let's try it. 6, 7, 8, and 1. Good. One more time. 6, 7, 8, and 1. Cool. Now we're going to take it to the next step. We're going to go and 1 and 2. All right. Really slow. And 1 and 2. One more time. And 1 and 2. 7, 8, and 1 and 2. 7, 8, and 1 and 2. 7, 8, and 1 and 2. Okay, so how do we not get so caught up in like, what are we doing here to achieve this? And 1, whatever foot is in front of you, think you have to drag this 2 times. 1, 2, okay? Just think whatever comes down for the stomp, 1, 2, has to do 2 slides. And the other leg, as you're doing the 1, 2, 2 slides, the other leg goes left stomp, up, down. Okay, so you combine that, you get 7, 8, go drop, choo, choo. You feel me? I'll try the other side too. It goes drop, this is gonna slide 2 times, and this is gonna go up and down simultaneously. Choo, choo. You feel me? Right? Rewatch that over and over again. If it looks a little bit confusing, rewatch it over and over again. You can see the back leg goes up, down, the other leg goes 2 times, dragging towards the back, yeah? And that cycle continues, kind of like you're riding a bike, right? It's this fluid motion. And I would give you a little secret tip. You don't want to pause too much on this position here, right? It's a fluid bicycle motion, right? Like when you're riding a bike, you're not going to go to ride your bike, you're going to go like this, right? To ride your bike. And that's essentially what shuffling is. It's this continuous fluid motion, right, of the feet when we are doing the running man. All right, beautiful. Let's anything else with your arms? You can do whatever you like, but for now I would just focus on the footwork, right? We want to really get used to the footwork. It is a footwork based dance. For the upper body, you can think about opposite leg, opposite shoulder, yeah? Hey, hey, and you kind of get this nice groovy feeling, okay? Whatever leg is in front of you, you bring that left shoulder in with the right leg, come up, square to the front. When you bring that left leg down, bring that right shoulder in, and boom. And then you have this nice feeling, texture, sensation to it. All right, But up to you what you want to do with your shoulders or arms. That's more of like an intermediate advanced thing to think about. Now we are going to move on to part 2 of day 1, and that is going to be learning some immediate variations, really simple ones, all right? So we're just expanding our vocabulary with movement, and eventually by the end of day 10, right, by the end of this course, I want to get you guys onto the dance floor feeling confident, feeling like you can go this way, that way, and pull out this move and that move. And that's why we're going to be really expanding our vocabulary, just focusing on immediate variations of the foundational moves, right? So in the last video, we did the running man, right? And now what we're going to do is practice a reverse running man. Okay, so it looks like this. And we're also going to be exploring a running man on our heels. Okay, and it looks like this. Okay, so let's start with the reverse running man. It looks like this. We're here in position B, remember here? And we went down in front of us. Instead of bringing it down in front of us, we're going to bring it behind us, like so. You're going to think, whoa, slow down, right? Remember, we're in this position, position A. We're going to go boom, position B, and we're going to go back to position A. Exactly the same place you were. Left leg in front, right leg behind us. Come up, and then go back to the same position. So what's happening with this leg, instead of dragging it behind and behind, you're dragging it behind and it drags forward again. Behind and forward, okay? And this leg goes up and down, same lift and stomping motion, but we go in front and back. That's the in front, reverse feeling of it, right? And we combine the two, we get boom, 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 boom. Practice this with me. Hey, hey, hey. From here, we're going to be dragging this underneath you, okay? Dragging this underneath you while lifting this up. And then we're going to bring this drag in front of you and bring it back to where you were, okay? Underneath you, in front of you. Underneath you, in front of you. Okay? You can practice that with the other side too. Underneath you, in front of you. Underneath you, in front of you. Underneath you, in front of you. Okay. So now, how do we do this with the running man? You're doing a few running mans, and any point that we have one leg up in the air, that is your cue to hit a reverse. Okay? And then you can bring it back up and go back to your regular running man. Anytime you have one leg in the air, you hit a reverse, okay? And then you can come back up and go back to your standard running man. And that is essentially how we do the reverse running man, all right? And then that is just going to be the breakdown for now, okay? Because this 10-day shuffle course, we're really going to be focusing on just the foundations, but that is an introduction into the reverse running man, right? So if you want to get used to that feeling of the reverse running man, we do want to practice this, okay? You're going forward and backwards. You're doing this jerking motion with your foot, because when you're here, you're going to go back, front, all right? Here, we go back, front. You feel me? And that's how you get the reverse feeling, because this goes up and back to where it was. This goes behind and then front, okay? Boom, boom, right here and back, yeah? We go back, front, yeah? Choo, choo, back, front. And you have the reverse running man there. Okay, moving on to the next variation on the heels. This one's probably a little bit easier, okay? Because we're doing the same exact motion as the running man, just on your heels now, okay? And before you do it, really, really important tip. This foot in front of us, it barely touches the floor. It really kisses the floor, right? It's a light touch. And you don't even need to touch the floor, right? And you'll still get the same picture, right? We're here, instead of coming down like so, we're going to come down on our heel, and we're going to put 95% of our weight into the back leg, right? So this is now where we can lean backwards a little bit. And we have a little bit of a lighter, bouncy feeling for this, okay? Remember we were talking about being grounded, and we have this motion. Now the groove for this is up here. A little bit more bouncy and off the floor. Then we achieve this kind of running man look on the heels. Okay, so how do we do this? We're here, boom, front leg on the heel, back leg on the balls of your feet, and you kind of get this feeling right here, okay? Then we hop onto this leg, boom, and then we hop into this position here. You still have this sliding sensation, but it's less on the floor, more off the floor, okay? So that's why we're saying words like hop or bounce, because it's a more bouncier, hoppy feeling, okay? We're here, 95% of your weight on the back leg, 5% on the front leg. It doesn't even need to touch the floor too, okay? And then we come here, and here, and here, and here. And this is how we achieve the heels running man, okay? It's the same motion of the standard running man. And if you are finding this one easier, that happens too. Some people find other variations, immediate variations of the foundational moves, a lot easier than the standard. And everybody's different, right? Everybody has different experiences of footwork or playing sports in the past or just how their body works, right? So don't think like, oh wow, it's weird that I know this move over this move right now. Everybody's different, right? Everybody's different. So just remember that some people are going to be learning certain moves a little bit quicker than the other moves. And that's just how it is. That's just how dance is, okay? So let's practice that a little bit more. We're here. Knees still bent. Remember that, okay? Knees still bent. We're here. And the other side. Come up and down. Lift and stomp. Come back and here. Okay. Nice. Nice. And that is essentially the heels running man. You can practice that by yourself, right? You can go a little bit faster once you get comfortable with it. Up to you. But that was essentially part 2, right? We're just doing the thorough breakdown of the immediate variations. And in the next part, we're going to be practicing with some music and building that speed. Now we are on to part 3 of day 1, which is going to be doing the foundational shuffle move, the running man, to some music. All right, we're going to start really slow and then work our way up. And this is something you can practice throughout the whole 10-day course, right? You can always come back to day 1 on day 2, on day 3, and day 4. And that's what I highly encourage you to do. But for now, today, we're just going to be practicing at each pace. And if you cannot achieve a certain speed as we build our way up, that is okay, okay? This is day 1, and your ultimate goal is to get to a next speed level by the end of day 10, right? And we're gonna start real easy, and it takes time, it takes practice, it takes patience, and you're building the muscle for it, right? No one is gonna be able to jump rope really fast immediately, right? You need to practice this motion, you need to practice really slow. You got to get the mechanics down. That's exactly what we did in part 1 and part 2. And then over time, as you practice, you're going to be able to do it to speed. All right. So let's start with the slowest song. This is 90 BPM. Okay. And I'm going to be counting us into it. Right. So we're going to be practicing how do we develop rhythm as well. I'm going to be helping you out with rhythm. I'm going to count 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How do we get into it? When I count 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 1 on 8 and 1, that is your cue to go 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, okay? And 1. On every number, we want to come down with our footwork, okay? On the downbeat, right? We're going to be going downwards with our body. We're going to go down, and down, and down, up, down, up. And we're going to be maintaining this feeling. Remember this groove? Yeah? So when I go 5, 6, 7, 8, you can do this with me too. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. You feel me? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. You feel me? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. Okay? That feeling that you're building into the drop, this build up, if you do this, you're preparing yourself for the drop. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. And then you can go and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, right? You're building that momentum in your body, that groove, to get into the dance. Okay? One more time. Let's practice that. 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2. Good. One more time. Bounce, 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 bounce. Get into the groove. 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. So when we're doing this, you can even just stand here. 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, and then start to shuffle. Up to you. Either or works, okay? Okay. I'm gonna be just doing this right here. I'm gonna be bouncing every beat. This is full tempo. This is double tempo, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I'm gonna be going full tempo. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All right, let's try with music. Here we go. Starting with 90 BPM. Alright. Feel the music. Okay. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. One more time. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Okay, really slow. What I'm doing here, I'm starting with my right leg in front of my body, so I'm going and 1. Yeah? Okay, let's try that together. Here we go. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Remember, we're hitting every half beat, so you're hitting ha, 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 ha. Yeah? Here we go. I'm gonna start with my left leg in front of me this time. Here we go. Now, hey, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Okay. Beautiful. How did that feel? Good? Not so good? That's okay, right? Practice over time, okay? But you can watch this video over and over again as many times as you want, right? That is the beauty of having this like online platform, is you can watch it over and over again as long as you're a member, right? So I encourage you, rewatch this video, practice with me to the counts if you want, if you can. We're gonna move on to the next song, okay? We're gonna move on to the next song, this time 100 to 109 BPM. We got this. Here we go. And if you feel like you're already struggling with the footwork and you're already struggling with like the tempo, like the speed of it, stick with the previous song, right? Spend some time with it, maybe 5, 10 minutes, and practice the same way that I just did. I went in intervals. I didn't shuffle for 1 minute straight. I shuffled for an 8 count, which is like 5 seconds, and then I rested. And I was like, okay. Once I caught my breath, then I'll go in again, okay? Shuffling is kind of like a really high intensity, high impact cardio workout exercise. This dance style, we're going full out. It's a lot of energy. So make sure you're pacing yourself, right? You're not doing 45 seconds like straight head on, especially if you're a beginner. Going 45 seconds straight is a long time, right? We're gonna get there over time by day 10. But for now, we want to start small and short segments of time, doing 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and a rest for a minute, or 30 seconds, or 15 seconds, right? But having that rest in between those times that you're doing is going to be very, very important. Moving on to the next, tempo. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, hey, feel it out, hey? Nice. Hey, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Okay. Listen to the music. Hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. One more time. I always like to start with my right leg in front so I can have that consistency. Here we go. Now. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Okay, so a little trick I like to have, if you're having struggle getting the timing of how to get into it, start with your one leg up. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey. Nice. Okay. So yeah, if you didn't hear that, just because the music was playing at the same time, that was a little unclear. Right here, remember, and 1. If you're finding that difficult right now, you can kind of have this in the air already and then go 1, 2, right? You don't have to go and 1. You can just start with this in the air, cheat, and go 1, right? It's a little awkward for now, but that's okay, right? We're practicing, building our way up. Now, next level, next song. We're going faster now. Okay, 110 BPM to 119 BPM. Here we go. Yeah, feel it out. Hey, nice. Ooh, funky beats. I love it. Hey, hey. Okay, this is the speed we're gonna be going. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You feel me? Okay, so remember, we're trying to keep this beat going, right? And we're gonna be shuffling like this at this double tempo speed. Practice this with me. Yeah, practice this with me. Yeah, practice this with me. Yeah, very nice. 6, 7, 8, go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Whew. Okay, remember, starting small is key, right? You don't have to be big. You don't have to be big with it, creating unnecessary energy and motion. Start small. 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Right. Take a break real quick. Alright, think about this groove, right? Having this groove is what's gonna be your best friend. If you cannot bounce and groove at this beat, this tempo, your footwork is not gonna be there, okay? So make sure you get used to this motion. Hey, 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 5, 6, here we go. Go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, very nice. Whew, that's pretty fast for beginners, right? If you have no dance experience, I would say that is pretty fast. That is pretty advanced, all right? But if you got it, amazing, right? Some people here may have some dance experience. Some people here may have had prior experience playing sports, or you run, something that you already have that muscle to constantly be on your feet, right? And fast on your feet. If you already have something like that in your lifestyle, shuffling may come a little bit easier for you. Everyone else just takes a little bit of time, right? It might take a few more minutes, might take a few more hours, right? Whatever it is, just take some time with it, right? Practice this feeling, right? Hey, 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 practice with me. Hey, 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 remember to bend your knees. That's what's gonna get you to go fast, 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 fast. Nice. All right, little bonus. Okay, we're gonna move on to the last tempo. This is really, really fast for beginners, but we're gonna do it anyways because this is the average speed that you're gonna find for a lot of electronic music that you probably love listening to, right? Like if you love going to a house set or a techno set, right? A lot of songs are gonna be generally at this speed or much faster, right? So we're gonna dive into it just to challenge ourselves and get a feel of it. Here we go. This is 120 to 125 BPM. All right, disco house, love it. Yeah. Okay, you feel me? Much faster. Hey, 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 let's go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, rest a little bit. Remember, just because it's faster doesn't mean you have to go bigger, right? Try to keep things nice and compact and small. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Nice. Love this song. Hey, hey, hey. Here we go again. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, okay. Cool. So that is a challenge for sure. Even for experienced shufflers, that is our average speed that we go at. And I'll tell you this, even experienced shufflers who've been in the game for months, for years, we still lose our breath. We still have to catch our breath afterwards. It's pretty tiring, right? Because we're jump roping, right? Like we're sprinting, right? We're riding a bike really fast. It's kind of that feeling. And so do not feel discouraged if you couldn't do any of these speeds, right? Maybe you couldn't even do the first song. That's okay, right? We build our way up. Takes practice, takes time. This is going to conclude day 1, part 3. But we're going to move on to day 2. And I encourage you to keep moving forward, all right? Keep moving forward to day 2. And then if you do have the time, or if you want to make time for this, come back to day 1 and then practice the other stuff that we did in previous days, right? As you follow the course, are things going to get more progressively difficult? Yes and no. Some movement is going to feel more natural for you, and some movement is going to feel more challenging for you. And that's why I say yes and no. For some of you, day 7, what we work on day 6, day 7, day 8, may be easier than what we're doing on day 1, 2, and 3, right? Especially if we're getting used to building the muscle for shuffling and we add new tools, you already have that muscle, right? So maybe it might be easier by day 6, day 7, and day 8 to add in new tools to your set. But it works differently for everybody, right? So I'm really proud of you guys for finishing day 1, just getting through to this day. We're going to move on to day 2. I'll see you there.